Good afternoon, welcome to the Country Hour. I'm Zaid Cronker. Hey, do you enjoy a cup of tea? Yeah, I think we all do, and most of us have our daily cup of tea with a Lamington. Yes, the trusty Lamington has been in the headlines lately. We're going to hear more from a Lamington grower about the issues he faces a little later on. First up though, it's rural news.
Hello, I'm Alan Toney. The federal government says it will introduce strict headwear requirements for politicians visiting farms. All federal politicians visiting properties for photo opportunities or policy announcements will now be required to wear a 10-gallon broad-brimmed hat after a spate of poorly chosen caps, helmets and in one instance a beanie appeared throughout social media. Prime Minister Tony Abbott says proper headwear selection is critical when connecting to the people on the land.
This requirement will see this government, the government of Australia, better protected from the sun and indeed better protected from social media criticism. However, I will say that my loyal Agriculture Minister Barnaby Joyce remains free to wear a sloppy, faded Walcher Rams cap that he found underneath the front seat of his ute.
That's rural news.
Yeah, thanks for that, Alan. Hey, how do you take your Lamington? Research shows Lamington production could be dropping below critical levels in this country. Our upper south, southwest, central, northern inland rural reporter, Stuart Lancaster, caught up with a grower to find out what's going on.
This is a tree here. You can see that. Look at that growth there. That's a really ripe Lamington. You'll get good eating off that. My name's Jason Posnarocki. Been a Lamington grower for about 14 years now.
I'm looking over a paddock of low-cut bushes, Lamington trees, ready to harvest. Here at the Divine Tropical Lamington Plantation, about an hour outside Cungajiladoma, Jason is gearing up for what could be his leanest picking in years.
Water hasn't been great. We got a few salinity issues here. No one wants salt in their Lamingtons.
He shows me a healthy-looking tree, dripping with Lamington squares, ready to pick.
If you have a look here, you'll see this tree's pretty loaded. But that's about it. This is actually a New Zealand variety called Rip-Off, and it does pretty well here. I found that the yields aren't what they used to be. About 10 years ago, the National Centre for Lamington Research and Development was shut down, and probably due to budgets or something, and that practically shut the door on the development of any new Australian varieties. Yeah, that's made things pretty tough, I think.
While farm research has lagged, consumer tastes have shifted as well, which hasn't helped.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people steer away from a Lamington as a smoko break treat, you know. They'd rather eat one of those fancy macaroons or some baked tart with salted caramel or something. It's a real shame because there's nothing like a fresh picked Aussie Lamington at any time of the day, really.
Hey, yeah, a real concern there for our Lamington growers. I know I'm never quite sure if it's coconut or my own dandruff that's on the plate after I've had one. Let's check cattle prices now at the Dalby sale yards with Angus Cloftonberry.
The market hit a new high with heifers reaching 120 cents per kilo for yarding, with 33 lots yarded at 400 kgs plus fat content scores of 173.9 over a decimal indicator of 88.287640, with consignment heifers 44, 90, 72, 49, 65 cents, and the supplementary numbers of 24 and 32 kilos dollars weight. Dry buyers market open flat down, up down, Pickabala cotton. This is Angus Cloftonberry for the Dalby sale yards.